May is here with us, and as we all know, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. One thing, or rather ingredient, that is pivotal to our mental health is self-awareness. And I'd like us to explore it in a different dimension. Today, I bring you the realization that self-awareness is not enough. And before I delve into it, what is self-awareness? It's actually realizing the things that drive you. When you sit down to analyze your thoughts, what triggers you? How do you react in some situations? It's studying yourself, it's actually reading yourself and being aware of how we react to people out here and to situations. And that's why we call it a key ingredient to mental health. Because until you learn how you're reacting to people and situations out here, you'll always blame people. You'll always point fingers to other things, thinking that you are perfect, thinking that it's all about other people and it's not about you. And to combat bitterness, to combat people blaming, to combat finding fault in others, it is very prudent that you learn yourself. Sometimes we are the problems to our own problems. When you are going through a situation, take a minute to ask yourself, what part am I contributing in this situation? Because it's not always the other person. Sometimes it is contributed by you. How you handle people, how you handle situations, how you look at matters. Yes, sometimes we are our own devils. In mental health, take time to just be aware of what drives you and what part you play in whatever situation you're in. The minute you find yourself acknowledging that, yes, you're part of this problem that you're facing, that it's not about the other person, then it makes life easier to even manage our relationships and even to find peace within us and to keep us grounded. Now, I want us to look at self-awareness in a different dimension. I have taken time to learn this, that self-awareness is just not enough. Yes, go a notch higher. Once you are self-aware, what next? Self-awareness is not a justification to our bad behaviors. An example, you're a moody person. You find yourself moody everywhere, in every meeting, in every environment. And when someone asks you, you tend to justify that this is just who I am. No, there's always room for improvement. You become self-aware so that you can actually work on your weaknesses and magnify your strengths. Yeah. I'll talk about one particular thing that I'm actually a candidate of, which is not a good thing, and that is OCD. These people who finds you want your space to be perfect, you don't want that, you want things to be in order. The people that I live with can actually attest to this. I'm so particular in how I live my things and find them the way they are, such that when I find myself, like I've put a cup here and someone comes to move it, or rather I put a TV in a certain direction, or sit anything, even in my office, and I find someone has interfered with it, I feel so agitated. It has been like that with me until I realized now I need to do something about me, because I realized it actually causes friction with the people I live with. And I realized that I'm being unfair, especially to my children. I expect them to be perfect. I expect them to be flawless, because that is what is driving me. That is what is within me. Not realizing that they're a separate entity from me. They are a separate entity, in the sense that whatever works for me may not work for them. That's how it is. Whatever works for you may not necessarily work for your colleagues, work for your friends, work for your parents, work for your siblings. And that is perfectly okay. The minute you realize this, it keeps you grounded. You will not be so fussy every time trying to hold people with your expectation, expecting them to flow your way. Realize that once you realize this, once you become aware of what drives you, then it becomes easy even to adjust. Personally, I have adjusted in so many ways, especially after getting married. I realized that I have a companion whom we may not flow along in so many things. I realized that I have children who may not necessarily flow with the way I want, and that is perfectly okay. And anytime I find myself getting agitated over things that are running in me and people are not conforming to them, I tend to relax. I slow down, and you know that internal dialogue that you normally have. I talk to myself that it's not about them, it's me. I need to work on myself to accommodate them. Be accommodative. Self-awareness is not a justification to our bad behaviors. That you are a person who likes to be maybe recognized, and you go somewhere and you're not recognized, you tend to take things personal. Realize that that is your weakness. Work on it. Work on the weakness of wanting to be validated, so that you don't pull everyone in your situations, you don't pull everyone in your problems. I know this is a lengthy video, but yes, I am intentional about it, that self-awareness is not enough. Self-awareness is not a justification to our bad behaviors, to our irritating behaviors. Rather, it's actually a guide to help us work better and even improve our relationships. No man is an island. We live in a society where people are there. You will relate with people, people will relate with you. Unless you put yourself in a position that can actually work well with others, then you'll continually be frustrated. You'll continually point fingers to others, thinking they're the problem, while you are the problem. You have refused to actually conform. You have refused to adjust. And I love this Bible verse that says, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. What does that mean? That the more you renew your mind, you're supposed to be a different version of you, not to justify your old behaviors and to say, that is just who I am. I love you all. It is a mental health awareness month, as I stated before. Yes, be aware of what is going on in your mind and around you. You only got you. Nobody is coming to do the work for you. Let us maintain that inner peace and stay grounded. I love you all. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Lois K. I'm a mindset and self-awareness coach. I'm so passionate about soul healing. I'm an intuitive healer. That is what I'm born to do. I love you all.